All right, guys. So this is going to be your daily mobility routine here. We're going to use a golf club, and what I also need you to grab is an ankle band. So I'll show you what we need to do with that here in a minute. So some of these are movement-based, some of these are holding-based, and this first one, both knees to chest, is going to be a hold. So you're going to go flat on your back and have you pull both your knees to your chest. You're going to try to make your spine as long as you can. So we've got the chin tucked and the spine pushing down into the ground. You should feel this in the middle of your back as well as your glutes and the low back. All these hold stretches, we're going to hold for about 30 to 60 seconds. This one here, we're going to rock side to side a little bit. Now pull the knees to your chest and lift the low back up off the ground. And then rest there. Your next one, we're going to go 90-90 hip stretch. So here, I need you to make a 90-degree angle with your right knee, 90-degree angle at the groin, 90-degree angle at the left knee. And then we're going to drop your chest forward so that the chest is reaching and touching your right knee and your right leg. We're going to hold this one for 30 to 60 seconds. And now keep the feet where they're at, but swivel the knees to the other side. Now we've got 90 with the left, 90 with the groin, 90 with the right, and we're going to drop your chest down towards that left leg. Okay, now we're going to pivot the feet left and right. And then I want you to reach the opposite arm long. So as you've got your chest towards the right knee, we're going to reach your left arm long, and then we will switch sides. Take your chest to your left knee, right arm long, and alternate back and forth. Do about 10 of these. So this one you should be feeling in your glutes, and then side of your back, side of your lats. Okay, now let's rotate the knees to your right. We're gonna go arms across your chest. This one's a little tricky. We're gonna try to drop your chest down towards your right leg, and then you're gonna raise back up. Now switch to the other side. Arms across the chest, drop down, and raise up. Now switch the knees to the other side. Arms across the chest. I want you to rotate towards your back leg. So we've got the right leg out in front of us. We're going to rotate towards the left with your torso. You should be feeling this in your left hip. And switch sides. And rest there. Next one, we're going to take your feet to about hip width apart. Hands back behind you. And then I want you to drop the knees left and right. Do 10 on each leg. Okay, then we're going to lie on your right side. With the left leg, we're going to spell the alphabet. I want you to reach through your left heel, and I want you to make all capital letters, and we're going to go through the alphabet. U, V. And switch legs. Same thing here. All capital letters. And then rest there. Next one, we're going to do half kneeling hip flexor stretch. So this one, we're going to take the right leg forward. I want you to first find pelvic tilt. You have stretch here to start on the front of your left hip. And then we're going to rock into that stretch. But with your low back, as we rock forward, we're not going to allow your low back to hit an endpoint and arch. You're going to maintain your tuck, maintain hip flexor stretch here in the front. Go about 15 to 20 rocks. And then we're going to rock and turn your torso towards the forward leg. And then we're going to rock and take your hands up over the shoulder of the front leg. So this one's really going to challenge your low back to not arch. So lock it in, find your pelvic tilt, abs tight. This one you're probably going to feel more in your abs than just the front of your hip. And switch legs. So you got left leg forward. Find your pelvic tilt. Rock in, feel the stretch on the front of your right hip the whole time. Now rock and rotate. Again, don't let your lower back arch. Now rock and let's take the hands up over the left shoulder. Don't let the low back arch. And rest there. Next one, we're going to go to hands and knees. And we'll start with your left leg. We're going to go through some hip circles. So I'm going to have you take your left foot to the sky. You're going to open your left leg out to the side. Circle forward as far as you can. And then let's do it again. We're trying to take the hip through the full arc and full range of motion. So we got to go slow and control this as big motion as you can for 10. Now switch directions. Switch legs. Switch directions. And rest there. Next one, adductor quad rocking. So here, we're going to take your left leg out to the side. Want your left foot straight. Right knee's going to be on the ground. And then I want you to rock your hips backward as far as you can, and then forward. We're going to keep your left leg as straight as possible here. Should be a big stretch on the left inner groin, adductors, potentially left hamstring. About 15 of these. switch legs. And rest there. Next one, we're going to find a frog pose. So I want you to take your knees as wide as you can. We're going to take the insides of your feet, put them flat. And then I want you to rock backwards and forward. You're going to feel this on both adductors and potentially the front of both hips. And this one, I want you to try it with different amounts of pelvic tilt. So try some with full posterior pelvic tilt, see how that feels. And then try some with full anterior tilt, see how that feels. And then let's do some in a neutral position. Okay, and then we're going to stand up next. Next one's going to be toe grab squat. So here, I'm going to have you get set up in a regular squat stance, feet forward. And I'm going to have you squat down, elbows inside the knees, get your heels on the floor, chest up, and then we're going to hold on to your toes. And I want you to straighten your legs all the way straight, or as straight as you can get them, and then sink back down into your squat. Try to get your chest up. And then again, straighten the legs. Let's go for 10. Now this one at the bottom of the squat position, see my spine, how it's rounded? I want you to try to straighten your spine as much as you can and then drive it up. Okay, and then we'll stand up. We're gonna do quad pull, alternating. So this one, you're gonna reach back behind you, grab your foot, opposite arm is gonna go to the sky, and then we're gonna raise up to your toes, and then we're gonna switch. So this one, we've got full pelvic tilt. You maintain that tilt as we reach up into quad stretch. And our next one, functional IT band stretch. So here, we're gonna step your right leg over the left. Left arm is gonna reach high and over your head towards the right. Switch directions. Left leg over the right, right hand up and over. and 10. Next one, you're going to need a golf club for these. So this one, we're going to call these cranes. We're going to take your right foot, put it behind your left leg. Right hand is going to hold the golf club. We're using the golf club to try to keep your shoulders still. And we're going to try to rotate as much as you can on this left foot. About 15 to 20. Try to keep the shoulders as still as you can. And we're trying to separate the lower body from the upper body. Switch legs. And rest there. Next one, we've got club overhead Heisman knee drive. This one, there's potentially a lot going on. I'm going to show you a couple ways to do it. First one is going to be hands up. I want them as far back as you can get them. And then we're going to go step back lunge, left leg, turn your torso right as far as you can, stand tall, drive the left knee up, turn your torso left as far as you can, and then step it back in. Right turn, left turn, right turn, left turn. And rest there. If shoulders get tired or shoulders don't like that, you can throw a club across your chest. Now let's go right leg back, turn left, right knee up, turn right. And rest there. We're going to grab exercise band next. Here we're going to throw this around your ankles to start. And we've got two things with this band. We're going to do some sideways walking, and then we're going to do some Presley's. So the sideways band walks, we've got toes pointed forward, find your pelvic tilt. Now what we're going to do is walk to the side. Let's go about 20 steps, both directions. We're leading with your heels. The toes are straight ahead, maintaining pelvic tilt. You should be feeling this on the outside of your hips. If you're feeling this more on the front of your hips, I need you to turn your toes inward. And now let's slide that band up around your knees. These ones are going to be called Presley's. We're going to find golf stance. So I want you to find a position where you've got neutral pelvic tilt, and then feet are, let's say, like in a 7-iron posture. And then we're going to work your knees in and out. We're going to go 20 here. Now let's go knees out, find that athletic stance, and let's only work the right leg. So the left leg has some pressure outward, right knee is going internal and external. And switch legs, both legs external, and then just press to the left. And we'll rest there. Bands are going to come off. Last little one to finish with, we've got some T-spine drills to go through. And I'm going to have you start in hands and knees, quadruped. So we're going to go quadruped, reach under and open up. Here, I'd like you to tuck your toes, sink back into your hips as far as you can. And then we're going to go right hand under as far as possible, and then open right hand up to the sky. Now, two things with this one. Important that you keep your left arm straight, or the hand that's on the ground, straight and locked out. And then when you open up to the sky, it's going to be really important that as you turn, you keep your hand underneath your shoulder plane. So if my shoulder plane is here, I want your hand a little bit back here. That way, as we open up and turn, we don't side bend. So we reach under, hand stays under the shoulder, big open up. We take that hand above here, you're going to be more prevalent to side bend, and it's not the rotational stretch we're trying to get in this one. Let's go for 10. Switch arms. Now you're going to know you're side bending if you see your hips move laterally. And then rest there. Let's go to half kneeling position. We've got right leg forward. And this one here, we're going to call this type 1. We're going to go left arm up and over the head. So we got to stretch to the left side. And then right hand, we're going to reach across your body as far as possible. That right arm is driving some left rotation. We've got all three planes working here. We've got extension, we've got lateral side bend, and some rotational component. Switch legs. For you right-handed golfers, that should be pretty close to what you're going to feel at impact. So again, we got right hand up and over, side bend. Then let's reach across. Left arm. And rest there. We're going to switch legs. We've got the right leg back forward. And this one, left hand is going to go forward. And then we're going to take your right elbow to the ground and then open your right arm up to the sky. Switch legs. Left leg's forward, right hand is in line with that left foot. Left elbow down to the floor, open left arm up to the sky. Now switch legs. Grab your band. Let's go right leg forward. Now we're gonna go left hand straight out in front. With the right arm, we're gonna pull back. You're gonna try to rotate your torso as far as you can to the right. Here we go. 1, we got 10, 2, 3, try to keep your head still. 4, 5, 6, 7. Switch legs, switch arms. Left leg forward, right hand out in front. Pull and turn your torso. And rest there. We've got 2 more to go. Next one, we're gonna go side lying. I'm gonna have you lay hook lying, so we've got the knees bent. We're gonna go on the left side, left hand on the top of the right knee. Right hand now, we're gonna reach as far forward as you can. Hands gonna go up to the sky. And we're gonna rotate right. We'll do that again, reach forward, big right turn. As we get into this position where we're out here with the right arm out, your stomach should be flexed so tight that you could take a punch to the belly. If it's not, when you come back forward, I need you to flex that thing, lock it in. You could take a punch and then maintain that tightness and try to open up. It's gonna restrict how far you go, but that's because we're not dumping into lower back extension, which we don't want if we're trying to work on T-spine rotation. And switch sides. Knees stacked, tummy tight, left hand forward, left hand open up. All right, guys, and your last one, I need you to hold on to something that's at minimum waist height. If you could get something that's about shoulder height or chest height, that would be most ideal. And what we're gonna do is hold with your left hand. You're gonna step back with your left leg. So we have a stretch through the whole left side. With your left hand, whatever you're holding on to, I want you to try to pull it towards you. So then we create even more stretch through your left side. Then with the right hand, we're gonna go right hand under as far as you can, and then open your right hand up as far as you can for 10. And switch arms, switch sides. So again, right leg is back, right hand holds, right hand pulls, left hand reach under and open. And after that one, we are all wrapped up.